phone. You're just eager to jump the gun. Are you going to?
Good evening, football fans. You're live. Third down with Morgan Holder. I am the awesome one. I am Morgan.
No, Victor, has to listen to this awesome crap from Morgan. What to the show?
Guys, this is it for the season. This is it for the season. Super Bowl week. Are we excited or what? Before we jump into the show, I want to give my shout out. The best shout out there is, besides the Trump lover, who I don't support no more. But I'm going to give it out to Dan Patrick again. Dan, Mr. Patrick.
Why didn't you pick somebody out? Like, now I can't rib you for. It's about time you came around.
Well, you know, look, I had a little talk with Jesus. Jesus told me, you know.
Told me Jesus.
I didn't talk.
I told you that Stephen A. was white from the beginning.
No, he wasn't. I'm not calling you Jesus. I actually talked to Jesus.
Well, I was telling you to dump Stephen A. Anywho, let me just my incredible shout out goes out to the Pat McAfee show and all of his co-hosts. You guys are doing a wonderful job. I'm a follower big time. Keep doing what you're doing. Okay, Morgan. Now you can say whatever you have to say.
Well, I don't have to say nothing now. I mean, because
defend Stephen A. now.
No, I cannot.
Not. You like Nicki Minaj?
No, I don't look. I'm going to sound sexist, but I'm not sexist. I don't listen to female rappers, country singers, nothing like that. It's nothing against the gender. I don't mind it.
You are. That is. You're gender hating.
I'm not gender hating. I mean, I listen to Aaliyah. You know.
Gender hating. What's going on with the show today? Tell me you have something.
Well, I didn't have nothing, but you did.
Something that is viable. We know it's Super Bowl weekend, right?
So I've been working from home. I haven't got around to doing my normal stuff. So I've been kind of, I'm like, I'm working from home. I ain't leaving the house. Kind of bored type stuff. Kind of depressed, right? So you picked everything out, and I'm hoping it's top of the flight. I'm hoping that you did it right. We have the Super Bowl matchup, of course, that's coming on later on this show. We have the free agent future, because I don't know what you said there, but I'm hoping it was free agent, right? We have the one bad Pro Bowl quarterback, because I cannot wait.
You can't wait, but you don't have a reason why you can't wait.
I got a reason, but if I say a reason, it's going to spoil the moment. So I can't say anything, and so just gotta wait.
Yeah, okay. I'll accept that for now.
Oh yeah, definitely, because you're gonna be surprised. We're probably gonna fall out. So I'm hoping that you're sitting down. I'm hoping you got a beanbag next to you. I'm gonna lose my best friend over here.
You know what? Save it, because I'm not buying it. Okay.
All right. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. So I'm gonna. We're gonna, because we keep this. We'll start with this. We'll start with the Super Bowl matchup, but we're not gonna do the picks. I want to ask you this question.
Because You got two. I wouldn't say New England and New Bowl, nor
It's Seattle.
Seattle.
But they haven't been there. You got to think the last time the
players.
Yeah, absolutely.
Players.
That's what I was going to say. The I'm not saying nothing negative about New England.
Wait, back up.
Now
you do realize
look,
Bo Nixon didn't play in that game, right?
He did not play. He did not play. But Denver's defense is nice. And hear me out.
You do realize
I'm not saying Denver. I'm not saying multiple times with Josh Allen. So Buffalo's done. Baltimore, I think Baltimore's done. And I'm not taking nothing away from Pittsburgh. So don't get me wrong there. Pittsburgh got a lot of things to gasp on. I don't like Mike McCarthy. So
I respect your opinion because it's an opinionated show. But in New England, like you said, we'll go toe to toe.
Oh, absolutely.
And you never know. We could swap years again. So happen with the Rams next year.
So for the NFC, I'm glad you brought up Seattle and the Rams. I think the NFC. I think that's Seattle's time with once he retires. That's where I'm at with that. I think the Lions is done. I think Green Bay's trying to come up. I think Chicago was a fluke. I think Minnesota needs a lot of work, a lot of help. I mean, Dallas
is done.
Dallas is terrible. Done. Put a fork in.
Now,
let me tell you why.
Dallas is Dallas.
Dallas hasn't done
regular season team or postseason team.
Regular season team, and hear me out. This is why. Dallas hasn't done squat since the 90s. They haven't been to a divisional championship. They haven't been to the Super. And Dallas fans, I get irritated with them when it's like, oh, this is our year. We're going to win. Y'all haven't done nothing at all since Troy Aikman's been there. Tell me why. This is supposed to be the year, too, when y'all had George Pickens, and he might be going to Green Bay. Not a spoiler. That is a fact because he's been reaching out to Micah Parsons.
I heard that.
So, CeeDee Lamb wants to come back because CeeDee Lamb said, hey, with us working together for a full year, we're going to amount to something. I don't think that's possible. I'm sorry. Dak Prescott, he's just a seasonal quarterback. He's not. Once you get in the postseason, Prescott chokes. And I don't know why, but he chokes. You know who he chokes like? Chokes like a female in bed.
Well, so the problem is Pickens is leaving because, hey, Jerry Jones is going to possibly franchise tag him.
I think he's going to leave because he wants a contender, and he knows Green Bay is that contender. He knows Dallas can't be a contender. Dallas is just a pretender.
So, back to the being there, he was a security blanket for CeeDee Lamb.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
And if he's gone, you don't have that. You don't have a security blanket. You have to find somebody else.
Pickens was actually the number one to me.
I agree with you. I agree with you because he can catch. He didn't drop many passes like CeeDee Lamb did.
His technique is, he needs to work on his technique, but
you know what's funny
is the ball is thrown in his area, he does pull it down.
You know what's funny was that because you said Pickens was better than Justin Jefferson.
I did say that.
And that was a lie. We found out that the lie detector, that was a lie.
No, we were talking about in the few because it was made because what's his face quarterback wasn't a lot more targets, which made his yards go up and his percentage. You guys have been having quarterback issues.
But mine that's what the
stat was at the time.
Absolutely, but mine is that Justin Jefferson can run the route tree well. He can catch the ball well. Hear me out. And I'm not dogging Pickens. I think if Pickens does the route tree, if he does the route tree well and better, I think he could be a top tier receiver. And I'm a Vikings fan, so I'm gonna be biased. Would he be better than Justin Jefferson? But that's my opinion because I'm a Vikings fan, right? But in reality, we know he could be better than Justin Jefferson. Run that route tree correctly and right to be that well.
Well, a lot that goes with that also is his hang up or his knockback is his mindset.
Oh, absolutely.
If he played the game with a clear mind, a clear head, and was thinking smartly, a lot of that would make up for a lot of bad things that are said about.
Oh, yeah.
When you talk about Jefferson, St. Brown, and all these guys, these guys play, and they're not.
But
especially St. Brown, he's not greedy.
No, he's not. And don't get me wrong, Jefferson does drop passes. Jefferson does drop passes. It's normal, but he drops easy passes. He drops passes that's one that you're supposed to catch.
You're supposed to catch them all.
Well, I'm just saying the ones that hit your hand, those are supposed to be caught. You're supposed to catch those.
Yeah.
Now, if you get overthrown, that's not your fault. It's quarterback's fault. But for some reason, he can catch those, but he can't catch the easy targets, the ones that hit your chest. But he jumps up and catches the one that's going backwards and such. Look, I'm just saying.
I'm going to say this. Okay, what was the saying when we were growing up playing football? If the ball touches your hand,
guys, a catch. You got to catch it.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what I preach. I preach to my 11, even though my 11-year-old isn't a skilled player. And when I say skilled, he doesn't play receiver. He doesn't play tight end. He plays on the line. He plays defensive end. But if the ball is caught, if it hits your hands, you got to catch that ball. Because if not,
the higher percentage catch is the one that attempted with two hands.
Oh, right? Don't do it with one. Don't do it with one. Do it with two. And that's the thing. When we was growing up, you didn't see players with the diamond with two hands.
Absolutely.
It wasn't this one hand doopy fancy stuff.
Absolutely.
We didn't have the drip. We didn't have the visors. We didn't have the skull mask. We didn't have all that stuff.
We didn't have the gloves.
We didn't have the gloves. No, we had, you tape your hands up.
Well, let's get back on track of this Super Bowl matchup. So What I'm hearing is Drake May has a shoulder injury.
Yes, he does. And if I'm mistaken, so because New England has a wonderful coach over there, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to take care of his players. He's a player-first coach, right? So he knows what he got to do. He knows he got to give Drake May some reps here and there, but he knows also, hey, go ahead and ice that shoulder up. To do. He's not going to overload.
I'm saying that. I'm talking about during the game.
No.
If somebody's put all their weight on.
He knows what he's doing. Look, it's not going to affect Drake May.
You know what? I like Drake May, but you know what? I've seen it too many times where they say, "Oh, such and such has an injury. They're going to deal with it, and he'll be ready for game time."
It's not a serious injury either.
I understand that, but all it takes.
Oh, I get that. One. I get that. I get that. But Drake May also knows how to run.
Defense, about his shoulder.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been on ESPN. It's been on flag. They know they can't target. They know that.
Is it going?
They're not going
to worth it, right?
They're not going to make it do some yardage or two. Drake May might throw the ball and get a touchdown in the first play. So again, that's going to cost you the game as well. So you got to look at that. That's certain, that those.
Now it takes him out of the game.
But it's a 50-50 chance. If he don't come out, you don't come out. You don't want to take a chance.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They may not be.
Look, if I was a coach, I see my player targeting another player.
The players should do that.
If the coach is doing that, he's not a good coach.
Locker room. I'm saying
we're not in the locker room. We're not, but I'm just saying
he's going into the game with an injury. Everybody knows.
But we know that Sam Darnold's been fighting an injury too because he fought that against the Rams.
It's the way to win a game. It's a star, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing, it ain't gonna happen.
Okay, I'm just bringing that up because it's in the air.
It is, but targeting. Look,
defense.
If you was a coach, let's
flip it. If there's a cornerback that has an injury but he's playing, it's a quarterback on the target. Its direction, absolutely.
Yeah, but that's different. That's not.
No. It's still an injury.
That's not going out. That's not going out and hitting him. That's not doing it.
It's a target. You're
tackling him.
Listen. You're targeting a weakness.
No, it would have been better. It'd been better if you would have said linebacker or defensive end. You can't say a defensive back because it's not targeting. Because
I'm talking about attacking a weakness. I'm not talking about targeting.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about throwing the ball in the direction.
Now hear me out. Hear me out because we see this a little bit too. We've seen where cornerbacks said they was hurt. and for some odd reason, they got Superman and they intercepted the ball.
Well, you know what happened. You know what played a part in that.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just saying that we see that a lot of times. But we've seen it a lot of times. Now, if I was a coach and I see my defensive back hurt, if it's the ankle or the knee, he's not going to get a lot of playing time. I don't care if it's a big game or not. He might get 4 to 6 snaps, each quarter, but he's not going to play the whole quarter or anything hey, you can either do the last, you could do first and second, come off the field, or you could do second and third, come off the field. I'm not going to put him because we know injuries can happen, of course, right? But with ankles, it could be you could break your ankle, you can tear your Achilles with the knee, you can tear your ACL, MCL, PCL. So those things are kind of things that you don't want to happen because if that's the best defensive back and he goes down for the year, say he gets hurt in the Super Bowl, he's done for the rest of the year and in 2027. You don't want that.
Well, I think you can say that about pretty much every position except offensive line, right?
Well, offensive line. Hear me out.
There's not a whole lot of rotation.
There's not a whole lot of rotation, but the offensive line, when you're jobbing back to block, you can step back the wrong way, and you can give out and tear ACL. And that's
what I'm saying. You can't really rotate.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. I think no, absolutely. And that's the next man up because here's the thing: if you have, I don't know, I'm just using this as an example. If you have 2 guards and 3 tackles, one of those tackles, if you're, so next man up, and vice versa.
If you don't have depth, then that's what happens.
And you don't have a lot of depth either. I know some teams. I don't know. I'm not saying the steel backer position or the Mike position either, that you want to call it.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think it's going to be I think it's supposed to be a good game.
I think. Look, both offense is on fire, but I think it's going to be defense. It's going to come down to defense. It's going to be defense versus defense. I'm not going to say who's getting the ball first is going to win. Absolutely not. I'm still going to stick with who. It comes down to the last play. Who has the ball in the last play is going to win that game.
Okay, well, that being I don't know, dude, because like this game says did to Drake.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, he was rattled.
And that's the thing. That's why I was saying it's going to be defense because look at what and I know if it was Bo Nix would have been different, but look what New England's defense did against Denver. And if I'm wrong though, Denver could have won that game if they would have kicked the field goal.
Well, they could have, but if that was it, I think if Bo Nix was playing.
I think going in a different direction. I honestly think that this is the best. This is the best play for Stephon Diggs I've seen. Because this is the first time being in the Super Bowl, so this is my first time seeing him this happy, and I think it's gonna be a different outcome. I think Diggs is gonna be the problem.
You think so?
For New England, absolutely. I think New England Diggs gonna be a problem for New England. I think once.
Problem.
Yeah, he's gonna be a problem.
For Seattle.
Well, I'm just saying he's gonna be the best player for New England, so it's gonna cause problems, But yeah, I don't think Seattle's gonna stop him. I think they're gonna have to double team him.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're talking about the guy.
Look, Diggs is the cancer. He's a problem. I don't like Diggs because when he left Minnesota, the way he left Buffalo, I don't like it. He's a me player. But for some reason this year, and maybe because he's been in a lot of trouble this year, I don't know. But he's not about himself. He don't care about. He didn't want to leave Houston. He didn't resign back with him. He didn't ask for a trade like he did with Buffalo and Minnesota. He had 1 year on his contract and he just dipped. He's hungry. Let's put it that way. He's gonna be an issue.
Well, we're talking. I know yet, but I mean, do you see a weakness with Seattle?
I don't see it 100 times or young as hell. He can run over New England. And I think that's gonna be a problem for New England. It's gonna be Kenneth Walker, and I hate to say it, Jackson Smith's gonna be a problem as well as a receiver position because, granted, I like Christian Gonzalez, but Christian is Jackson Smith, and you can't put him against Cup. You have to put him on one of those. You can't put him on both. You have to do one or the other.
Yeah, Walker is a grinder, man, and the legs keep moving, and he's strong.
If his health stays in place, that running game is going to be a problem for New England. I don't think New England's going to stop that run game.
Well, I haven't been keeping up on injuries, but what's the middle linebacker's name? Oh gosh, I can't remember his name. I know he used to play for Pittsburgh and he played for the Raiders. After he I
forgot Bush playing for Cleveland. The linebacker.
I'm talking about New England.
New England.
I can't see. Solane's not on the injury list.
He is not.
Okay. So New England. Why do you think that? What's going on?
Our software is going slow.
Oh, so it's dragging or something?
Yeah, it's dragging pretty bad.
I can't tell. So we're having technical problems. We don't have a backup.
No, I don't have backup. I mean, right now it's working. Right now, it is working, but it's slow as balls.
Okay, I don't know how that. And their probable future
I don't know too many free agents right now, to be honest.
So you don't have any big name free agents that are on the bubble, on their last year.
I mean,
with
we
the
know,
team?
we said George Pickens. We know Pickens. You know,
What did they do with Debo? Did they sign Debo to a multiple year
I think Debo.
contract?
I think three. I can tell you that. Oh, Cooper Kupp's a free agent. So I don't think Seattle re-signed him. I think he's going to be a free agent. I think he signed 1 year with Seattle.
Do you think they keep him, or you think they release him? He is reliable.
You know, I think he's to the age where he wants to retire. He's going to retire. I mean, we know that he is what? He's not that old. We know that. I think he's in his 30s. So that could be an
do
issue.
you put him? Is he better? I know what you're going to say, but it's performance as a what was that guy you guys used to have, and we picked him up? The wide receiver.
Thielen, he's better than Adam Thielen. Way better than Adam Thielen.
So way better than Thielen.
Oh, absolutely,
So,
absolutely. No, I think they will. I mean, if I was Seattle, I would talk to him after Super Bowl. Talk to him like, hey, we'll give you one year to see what you act. And the reason why I say that is because we know Cooper Kupp, he's been a receiver number 1, but now he's receiver number 2, and I don't think it bothers him none because he's getting his touches. He's getting the ball.
No, he doesn't. He's not that kind of player.
But
he's a team player.
I mean, I think I would love to see him play 1 more year. I would love to. And the reason why I say that is because say if he wins the Super Bowl this year, win another one next year, right? I mean, we know he's a Hall of Famer because of the record he broke. And he's just a phenomenal player.
Yeah, and also I think his stock goes up because defense is going to be key in which to leave them open.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, injuries, he hasn't slowed down. So
he's definitely going to eat more with, and Jigma will get his, but he will still eat because of Jigma. Attracting a lot of the attention on the defense.
About that is, I think the Rams made a mistake of letting him go. I think if they would have I think he would take a pay cut to stay for the Rams, and I think that. And I know what you're going to say, because the Rams have Devontae Adams, they have Nacua, but they would have had Cooper Kupp as well. That would have been a 3-headed dragon. The receiving core would have been monstrous. And I know what Devontae Adams is saying. Go ahead.
Should have kept Kupp and let go of that. Well,
absolutely, because Adwell hasn't done squat in the playoffs, and he's the reason why they lost. He's terrible.
Now, there was a time he was good.
I'll give you that.
That's future with Seattle is cemented for another season.
Absolutely. I would say if I was Seattle's owner or GM, talk to him. Give him. Look, I would say 1 year. I mean, who knows? I would give him 2 years, to be honest. But about it. Oh, yeah, I'll go ahead and take it. He might talk with his family, and but I think he would.
I wouldn't say he's in major decline with his playing ability, but he's getting there. So why wouldn't you take as much money as they'll give you? 2 years, a 2-year deal,
Absolutely.
right?
And hear me out. I'm not saying to draft a receiver and let pressure off of Cooper Kupp, saving himself for another year or so, because now you can put him at number 3 if he's okay with it, and let the young stud take number 2. And I think Cooper Kupp would be okay with it, to be honest.
Well, I mean, if he's in a mentor type position, yeah, because you teach receivers how to read defenses, right?
Absolutely.
I would sit in those pockets, right in the defense.
Absolutely. Right? And teach them the route tree better.
I think coaches need to be doing that.
Oh, absolutely. But hear me out. I think Cooper Kupp, I think after he retires, I think he's going to become a coach. Maybe not for maybe not for NFL, but he's going to be one. He could be. Maybe again, if not, maybe not for NFL, but he could be. He has the right mindset.
Okay. Any other free agents out?
I know Nick Chubb isn't the same, but Joe Mix didn't play at all because of injuries.
Yeah, Mixon, I've been climbing that ladder, and he's had some.
Do I think he's going to retire?
He can be used.
That I can see Nick Chubb and Joe Mix going to a team that.
You know, Morgan, this is I could be wrong. The running back position has been the way
Power I? Oh man.
Or
even in Maryland form.
Nasty.
Off there. But yeah, you're right. But you're right. Teams don't use fullbacks. Oh, what you're going to play fullback. Awesome player. One of the greats. We haven't seen a fullback like that.
No, it's been like he was extraordinary, right? He had the ball and he was athletic, very athletic and fast.
And with him and Work Done was a 1-2 punch. They didn't need another running back.
That lasted a while.
Oh, absolutely. And I think Mike Allstott, I think he played, 8 seasons? Something like that. Pretty well, pretty good. But for him to run the ball like that, to be as big as he was, I mean, he wasn't fat. He was just stocky. He was muscle.
Yeah.
He was phenomenal.
Well, see, and that's the problem. Like nowadays, back in when they had fullbacks, those were the guys that did the dirty work, right?
Oh, absolutely.
They were getting the 3rd and 1, right?
Fourth and inches, 4th and 1. Absolutely.
Inches, yeah.
Absolutely. And maybe like a little fullback screen here or there, on short, they didn't have to run the ball, but they
have something to throw off the defense.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't see that. Even in high school and middle school, you don't see that. You don't see they don't see teams utilizing fullback. And I miss the fullback days. And I'm throwing our age out there, but I miss the fullback days.
Well, I'm sure, the game has changed a lot, but then instead of having an extra lineman or an extra
I would say tight end, yeah, absolutely. You have a fullback.
So, you don't have to run a fullback every time.
No, absolutely not.
It still gives the defense something to guess about. You can throw pass plays with a fullback, even in the eye.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the thing, because most of those fullbacks was quick, they can catch, and it was strong.
Yeah, so with the running backs, I like the way the running backs are now, but I think they'd be a whole lot better if they had a fullback. Their health would be better.
Oh, absolutely. And I think tight ends' health have been a lot better too, because you can use a fullback as a tight end.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. I think teams need to look at that. They need to utilize the fullbacks more, because I know there's a lot of fullbacks in college that don't get drafted.
Very true.
So usually
drafted and they make them tight ends.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Utilize those fullbacks. They're out there for a reason. And here's the thing I hate, because Minnesota has C.J. Ham for so long. C.J. Ham was a big guy as a fullback. He was a stud. But when you don't utilize him, it hurts. Look, we had Adrian Peterson. He was hurt. We had Dalvin Cook. He was hurt. The list can go on. Aaron Jones this past year. He was hurt. The list can go on. We had C.J. Ham. Use them. They should utilize them, because if you utilize them, that saves your running backs. And I know Aaron Jones was beaten down before he got him, but if you utilize that fullback more, it wouldn't be like that. He wouldn't be,
Yeah, the Vikings had that fullback when I can't remember his name. When Kaepernick was quarterback. Well, not Kaepernick. I'm sorry. The real big dude. What was that quarterback's name? The real big black dude.
Jamarcus.
No, not Kaepernick. I keep saying it. No, but he wasn't. I can't think of his name, dude. You should know it more than I do.
They had one from Kentucky. They had one from Kentucky. There was one that he recently passed away. His name was Jared Lorenzo. No. He came from UK, University of Kentucky. He was a big quarterback.
No, we're talking about the Vikings quarterback.
No, he didn't play for the Vikings.
I know. I'm talking about the Vikings.
Oh, he's about Culpepper. Is Culpepper? Cunningham.
Yeah, Culpepper. So Culpepper, remember the fullback that was playing when Culpepper was there?
I can't remember his name, but I know who he's talking of.
He was another good fullback.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But again, they didn't utilize him as much as they should have.
No, Kleinsasser, that was his name. So Kleinsasser was good, and they used him down at the goal line and pass play.
I'm glad you brought that, because that reminds me when and hear me out, I know what you're about to say to me, is when Seattle did that with Marshawn Lynch. Instead of giving the ball, they passed the ball and got the ball in reception, and that's how they lost the game.
Yeah, no, but that wasn't to the fullback.
I know, but I'm just saying that was stupid. I don't understand why you want to pass the ball in the goal line and just run it in. Just run it in. Run the ball. Get behind your big tight end or fullback and run the ball in.
Let's move on from this. So let's go back to this Pro Bowl.
Oh my God, man, this terrible. So we had two bad selections. You said one, and the reason why I say two is because Justin Fields. I do believe. Go back and make sure, but I think he got selected as well.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. I'm about to go back and look, because I know it was terrible. It was really, really terrible.
Well, there's 4 quarterbacks, supposedly, right?
Oh, absolutely.
There's 4 quarterbacks, Oh, and the bad part for me, if it's Justin Fields and Shador Sanders,
Well, and I know Joe Falco, and that was another terrible.
it would be Flacco. Then Flacco would be the starter.
I'm about to look to see who the starters was.
I'm pretty sure that's who it is. Because if you don't start Flacco, you start Shador over Flacco.
Because on the NFC side, it wasn't too bad. We had Jalen Hurts, Prescott, and we had Jared Goff. I can't complain about that. That was pretty good, right? When you look at the AFC, oh my God, it wasn't Justin Fields. It was Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco and Shedeur Sanders was two terrible picks. You had better picks than those two guys. And I get it. I know Bo Nix was hurt. I know Josh Allen was hurt. So that gives away two guys. Yeah, Drake May in the Super Bowl. But there's more than that, right? Way more than that.
Yeah, but Herbert was hurt.
Herbert was hurt. But again, you have more than that. And the reason why I say you have more than that is because you have more than that.
You select CJ Stroud?
Absolutely. Trevor Lawrence, absolutely.
So the AFC made some poor selection.
Absolutely.
Due to big game? Is it due to injuries?
It could be.
I
mean, because you had Patrick, he was hurt. You know, like I said, Bo Nix was hurt. I mean,
but Trevor Lawrence wasn't hurt
to play.
Yeah. Watched it, but I didn't know that.
You know, I'm not gonna watch no Powder Puff football, so I didn't watch it. The reason why I know that is because I'm looking at the score right now. And I'm gonna tell you who you want.
100 to 98.
No.
31.
No. Try 66-52.
See. And that's well, yeah. Oh well. I mean, you know, I don't know. I
watch no Powder Puff football.
Not at the pro level, you know.
Look, growing up watching Sean Taylor hit somebody in the Pro Bowl, that's what you want to see. You want to see those amazing knock hits, right? You don't want to see these touchdowns.
Fans shouldn't see. The Pro Bowl that's the best, right?
Oh, absolutely. You didn't have the best.
You want them to perform at that level. So when you take the hitting part of offensive players, you mentioned all these, even the coaching selection.
Because we didn't young coach. We didn't have these, and I'm not putting them down. I'm not. But we actually had coaches coach.
Yeah.
And if you remember the Pro Bowl used to be in Hawaii. Like when they came on, it was, and these kids nowadays, this generation doesn't know what we're talking about. Go on YouTube and look up the 80s, 90s, mid 2000s Pro Bowl. And
they used to really play. They played like
Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher, I mean, let's go on. This can go on. Deion Sanders played in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, not only did you work for the Super Bowl, but you're like, man, I can't wait for the Pro Bowl because it's going to be an awesome game. Because it's best of best, like you said, best of the NFC versus best of the AFC. And sometimes it will be some spankings going on, but most time it was entertaining and it was nice to watch.
You know, it was one thing to see these pro athletes on their individual teams, but when you mix,
man, it was because you look, you always dreamed of, and I know what you're about to say. You always dreamed of having, I don't know, Jalen Hurts, Stone, and Justin Jefferson, or Pittsburgh players. You always wanted those guys. Not JJ Watt, TJ Watt. You wanted him to play alongside his brother when he played for Houston. You wanted to see these things because you're like, man, best of the best versus best of the best, and that's how it was.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
And now they give it to anybody. Holder, maybe me and you could try it next year and get it.
They give it to anybody. I mean, I wouldn't say they give it to anybody, but there are a few people that were given these. Now, see, back that was who they were, right?
Absolutely.
If you introduce flag football to those guys,
they would laugh at you. And I think that's why Ray Lewis didn't want to coach. Because I think he was laughing. He was like, are you serious?
Yeah, and a lot of those guys, those physical guys, you know, that's like a participation trophy.
Oh, absolutely. And here you go, coming in second place.
And that's why I think a lot of like these coaches. Remember when what's his face was coaching from the Bears, the '85 Bears linebacker, and he was the head coach at San Francisco. And he was hard on the tight end. I can't remember it, but he's a pretty big name. Tight end, but he was soft in his eyes.
Oh, absolutely.
He was always ragging on, you know, Fisher, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Back in the day. And that's why Vrabel is so successful right now. You know, because he was in the middle of a defense.
Oh, one of the best defense. And I hate to say it, but one of the best defense. And that's the thing. You know, he should have been a hard nose. I think he kind of settled down. I think he should have been a hard nose.
He wasn't a very good football player, though. I mean, these players that isn't and were very physical. These are the guys that should be your coordinators. These are the guys that should be your head coach. coaches. And there's a lot
So
of
let me
good
ask you a
defensive
question.
and offensive minds out there.
Let me ask you a question. And I know he turned it down, but do you think Philip Rivers would have been a great coach?
No, I don't.
I'm glad we agreed because I was
No.
Buffalo guys. Now listen. I think he just wants to. I don't think he is. I have to look, but I don't think he is a coach.
No, he was a candidate.
Oh yeah, he was a candidate. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He was, and I don't know why Buffalo even wanted to interview him.
That's a good question.
If I was Josh Allen, I would ask for a trade right now. See Kevin for being tired. You might say it's a new staff, or is he going to blame the OGM?
Well, the problem with that is, and we can flip it. We can flip the subject. Because we're talking about Kevin O'Connell didn't have enough power to keep
drafted, right? But you listen to Justin Jefferson, you listen to Kevin O'Connell, you listen to those other players. They didn't care that Sam Darnold was there. They said the season would have been nothing, but they don't think he's that guy. And maybe,
so were they saying that Darnold was just a bridge quarterback?
Listen to Justin Jefferson. This is what he said. He said he knew all the receiving core and all. They got to rebuild it. I don't think McCarthy is fit for that system.
You don't?
No, because hear me out. Remember when he played for college, and I know NFL is different from college, but remember when he running quarterback, he didn't sit in a pocket and throw the ball like Minnesota has him doing.
Well, what I'm saying is a system already set.
Right? Because
the players were there.
Yeah, I mean, you had the players.
So,
you did.
So now he's trying to build a quarterback.
And that's one thing he didn't have when he got there. He didn't have a quarterback when he got there, right? They were still trying to find that quarterback. And then when Darnold came, I thought that was going to be his guy. I was like, oh, man. Because, we talk about Darnold. We was like, oh, he sucked at Jets. To me, I told you it was Jets. He went. But again.
Yeah, you didn't go to the playoffs off of a one-year deal quarterback.
Absolutely. And you can't blame him for that because we didn't give him enough to work with. We didn't have a good line. We had a lot of injuries.
What I'm saying, his performance only.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. His performance was phenomenal. It was amazing.
To take the Vikings, so now he had his moments, and every quarterback
but every quarterback does that. But, coming into a system, trying to get the groove, once he found that groove, it was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the cohesion was there.
And you got to think, Jefferson was getting the ball. Jordan Addison was getting the ball.
You guys were hurting it.
And I'm glad, but things happen. And then again, you can't make excuses because it's next man up, right? You have to be ready. It's the next man up.
Yeah, but the next man up isn't always the best choice.
It's He's not.
You know, that's why you have to be prepared. Now,
because hear me, not a lot of injuries. When you put a quarterback like Sam Darnold in the mix of a Minnesota team this year, I think it would have been because you had Jalen Naylor getting the ball, you had T.J. Hawkinson back getting the ball, you had Jordan Addison, he was doing little things, Justin Jefferson was doing a lot. So when you have those receiving core, and the running backs wasn't bad, right? So when you put a quarterback like Sam Darnold put in there like he did last year, give him the ball one more time, let him run the offense, see what he's going to do with it a little bit farther in the playoffs.
Well, you got to think about this too, Morgan. I think if they decided to go with Darnold, you know how many turnovers your defense forced.
Oh, a lot. We would probably wouldn't went one again. We probably would have won 13 games again this year. Too, right? So again,
you had Carson Wentz, right?
We did have Carson
Wentz yesterday. Now I'm saying if Darnold was there,
I think we would have been okay. I don't think we would have had it. We wouldn't have this conversation. The next conversation. What?
Do you think they would be in the Super Bowl right now?
I'm not going to say right now, but maybe next year. And the reason why I say that is because things we got to work on right there, and God knows how long, right?
So now I'm glad you said that, because now what do the Vikings need to be a contender right now?
Man, I would say a better backup quarterback for JJ when JJ goes down. That's going to be number one, right? Because you got to have a quarterback to give the ball to your receiving core. You got to do that. Henry Hart and a center as well. With those three pieces, with a quarterback will be good. And then on the offense, still, I'm going to say a running back because Aaron Jones. He's not the same Aaron Jones when we play for Green Bay, right? We can get hurt, so we need a backup running back who's going to be top tier to Aaron Jones, and a tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. He might be traded. We don't know what's going to happen with that. So we need another tight end in case he is traded. And you talk about defense. Oh, go ahead before I go about defense.
So you don't bring in a quarterback for McCarthy. You're talking about bringing in a backup.
I would say a good vet, a backup vet. And the reason why I say a backup vet, I would say like a Geno Smith. I hate to say I've written a defense. I mean, maybe, and hear me out, because there's a lot of talk about Joe Burrow. Maybe going in and trying to get Joe Burrow and having Joe Burrow teach J.J. McCarthy the ropes, because you want to have a good starting quarterback. And I think to do that, you don't need J.J. McCarthy to start in a position. I think you just need a good quarterback to give him a run for his money, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
For defense is not really a lot, to be honest, because defense, what's going to happen with Harrison Smith? We don't know if he's going to retire or not. So we need to add on that depth, right? I would say defense-wise, again, really not a lot, but I would say interior, a pass rusher, a run rusher, one of those, right? You got to have one of those. Because here's the thing. When you look at our cap, You have Dillashaw, who I like. I like Christian Dillashaw, but if he's taking up a lot of cash, trade him. He was hurt for the past 2 years. Find somebody at his caliber, which I know you can't do it in the draft because the draft you just find somebody good on the offensive line, right? And then you have Ryan Kelly, who is an excellent center, but he's taking too much cash. Trade him. And the reason why I say free up cash or get good players that you want. Also, I love this guy because he was an animal for our defense this year. Um, that's the two biggest things that you got to do because if you don't have cash or enough draft stock, you can't really think about the future.
Stay focused on that. Now I'm still up in the air about your quarterback, JJ. He hasn't shown me enough.
But
a pro quarterback.
But we talked about this. We talked about this beginning of the year. I told you he's injured prone because he gave me 6 to 8 weeks, something like that. But and I told you I was like he's.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you guys need to go and get a quarterback for him to compete. Not a backup. You need somebody that he can compete with.
And because Trevor's not a back quarterback. He's good.
For him though.
That absolutely got paid for him. I think Billy and Javon Hargrove. I would trade them 3 players. Go get a Trevor Lawrence type quarterback because you're giving up 3 amazing players, right? Players That's hog of the cash, right? Kelly and Hargrove is kind of getting their them. Don't get me wrong, but I gotta look at the best for my interest, right? My interest is saying trade those 3 players for a nice, young, wealthy quarterback like a Trevor Lawrence. I would say trade J.J. McCarthy for a 5th and a 6th-round draft pick. Go get you a quarterback in the draft and let them back up Trevor Lawrence.
Not going to lie to you. I mean, because I just don't think JJ is.
I don't think JJ is a starting quarterback for the NFL. I'm just going to say I don't think he's ready. I don't think he will ever be ready. He wasn't that great in Michigan.
Well, you know what? There's a difference, like you said, but yeah, I didn't know a lot about. Yeah, he. I mean, I've seen some of his games.
Oh, absolutely. Right? And hear me out. And I'm about to say this. I know you're going to laugh at me. I will go and draft who? Yeah, Jalen Milroe. Oh, yeah, Milroe. Yeah, Milroe. Smart ass.
No. I mean, there's a Milroe. There's a year. What's the kid? Malik in Green Bay?
Malik Willis, yeah. But is Malik Willis going to? Is he going to put pressure on JJ? One of those.
And said you have to realize too that Malik Willis
will be a starting making for sure. Even Bell not getting a starting position, I think he's phenomenal.
That's what I'm saying. He was in the game for a few games.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yes, hands down. Yes. Hands down. If I was a GM in that half position, I would go out and major big money feed his family. I'm just saying. Give me something to work with.
Well,
I think GMs want to see what he has, so I would say I think GM's going to say 1 or 2 years and then restructure the year.
Or you're giving him a Justin Fields type contract.
I would give a better Justin Fields contract.
40 mil.
Like I said, after that second year, kind of restructure if he's doing really good still. Maybe 5 years for I don't know, maybe 80 mil.
If he does well, if he gets you to the playoff, you'll have to put him in the 100 mil at least.
Well, okay, if he gets us to the playoffs 2 times, yes, I would think about the 100 mil. But he gets me 1 time, I'm going to say 80 to 90.
I don't know. He might walk. If he gets you to the playoffs, I'm not saying 150 mil, 100 mil, 101 mil.
I would say 100. Right. I will go and say 110 for 5 years.
That sounds doable. Now that's doable if he gets you to the
playoffs. Guess what? I'm all about chemistry and be sure might not get me to the playoffs. But second year, you get me to the playoffs, I come talk to you 5 years, 110 mil.
Okay, that works. Is that all the Vikings need right now? Have we covered everything?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, 'cause again, we don't know Harrison Smith's future. We talked about the money.
So do you think the fire?
Look, the only thing he did right was hire Kevin O'Connell. That was it.
So he's done nothing.
Nothing
other than that.
Other than that. Oh, and draft Justin Jefferson.
Leap out at any free agency acquisitions that were
Van Winkle is the only one I can think of. Hargrove is another one. Ryan Kelly's another one. Bringing in Brian Flores.
Van Winkle he has his moments, and he
came from the Miami Dolphins under who? Brian Flores.
Brian Flores, yeah.
I want to see his defense one more time in Minnesota.
I bet you are glad. I would be glad too.
Man, I was sweating bullets. I was sweating bullets. I'm like, please don't go nowhere. Look,
the smart thing about him is he wanted to go to a franchise that was successful.
I mean, maybe Las Vegas, but I wouldn't want him to go out there and get his. Absolutely. Same thing with Arizona. You start from scratch because Kyler Murray might be gone. And no, I don't want him in Minnesota.
There have been whispers about him being in Pittsburgh too, but that's a whisper. Was not for him.
Well, not Tennessee.
Throw him into the fire.
No, not say because we're talking about Malik Willis right now. If you was Green Bay, would you try to keep Malik Willis and trade Jordan?
The quarterback controversy.
What I'm saying, trade. That's what I'm saying. Trade Jordan Love.
So you're saying Jordan Love has
to get a lot of draft picks for him. You can get maybe a better receiver, a better run. I mean, we got a good running back. I'm not a Green Bay fan, so I shouldn't say we. But Green Bay has they got a good running game over there. So maybe we'll get another 1-2 punch to help out Jacobs. You know, I mean, you could trade Jordan Love for about anything.
But you would do that. You know me, I would. That's a position that I wouldn't want to be.
Because I'm rolling my dice on a young Malik Willis. And even though I know Jordan Love's 27, but I'm rolling my dice on a young Malik Willis.
Problem is if you do let Jordan Love go, of course Malik Willis is going to be cheaper, but are you going to pay him compatible wages?
And again, that goes down to give him maybe a 3-year, $80 million contract. And if you get, because you already know chemistry quarterback that and make it 5 years, $120 million. So yeah.
So you're saying he's outplayed Jordan Love?
Absolutely. For the few games that he's played, I think he's outplayed Jordan Love.
Really?
Absolutely. I think any team right now, quarterback, they should go after Malik Willis. Malik Willis should be high on your radar. Atlanta Falcons need a quarterback. Absolutely. I think he could be a starter. Hear me out, and I know what you're going to say because I love Lamar Jackson, but I think it's time for Lamar Jackson to be gone. If I was Baltimore, I would trade Lamar Jackson to Atlanta for some draft capital. Trade a draft capital to Green Bay. Well, you don't have to because Malik Willis is a free agent. So you know what? Yeah, I would trade Lamar Jackson to Atlanta for some draft capital, and then I will go after Malik Willis.
So you will let Stefanski coach Lamar?
Absolutely, because look, terrible coaching, terrible quarterback. Might as well. I'm just saying.
Man, it is so weird. I laugh because you were high on Jackson for his whole career.
Look, I love Lamar Jackson, but I don't think Lamar's going to do anything for Baltimore. So here's the thing: if you ain't going to do it for Baltimore, you might as well go to Atlanta. Not do nothing for Atlanta.
So what do they do with the quarterbacks in Atlanta? Who do you keep to back up Lamar?
Michael Penix. He's not going to be a starter because they're already talking about cutting Kirk Cousins. Talk about cutting him already. So hear me out. Why not trade draft capital Jackson? Because not only are you freeing up cash, now you're getting draft capital. And then you go get a Malik Willis who's going to save you a ton of money. And he's not a headache.
Okay, so...
And now, with that draft capital, guess what? I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan. I love Minnesota. Now you can trade that draft capital maybe if you want and go get a Jordan Addison. Go ahead and take it off our hands because now we can free up and get. We wouldn't have to trade Ryan Kelly or Jordan Hargrove because we traded Jordan Addison.
Okay. Well, I mean, if that works for you, I don't know how realistic that is.
I'm just saying it's not. It's probably not realistic, but that's what I would do. I mean, I would be like flipping tables because I'd be happy. But enough about Minnesota because we are cutting into time. Enough about Minnesota. What's going on with Pittsburgh? I know what y'all need, but I want to know if I'm right. What do you need in Pittsburgh?
I'm going to tell you exactly what we need in Pittsburgh. We need a good head coach. Now, I'm not. He's already been selected.
Now,
so you got to work with what you have.
Now, are you willing to give Mike McCarthy a chance? No, I'm not saying one. Oh, yeah. I'm not saying 1 or 5 games. I'm talking about a full season before you flip.
You have to. You have to. I mean, coaching staff is still being filled as we speak, but player-wise, I think we see.
Look, I'm glad you said that because I think you have one of the great quarterbacks on the draft, and I think that's Will Howard. I think he's going to be amazing for you guys.
Absolutely. All they have to do now, McCarthy has mentioned working with Howard. So I think the more experience he gets, preseason, let him take all the first team reps. Right?
Absolutely. And he backed up Aaron Rodgers. So I know he was asking Aaron Rodgers. He's going to be amazing for you guys.
Yeah, I think the offensive line needs to be a little more cohesion.
That's one thing I wasn't thinking about you guys.
I think we let Jonnu Smith go.
I told you he wasn't that good. And you were so happy.
He's good, but he hasn't fit into our system.
No, let me ask you a question.
Lee Smith didn't, because they split
for a TJ Hawkinson?
No, it was not. I think our tight end room is good. I think with Freiermuth and Mount Washington.
Mount Washington's good. I like him. Now, okay, so the question is for Smith, would you trade for draft capital or would you try to get a second in the secondary?
No, I'd trade him. Maybe a trade with another team. It wouldn't be for draft capital. Um, he just doesn't fit. He didn't fit in Arthur Smith's scheme.
Now Arthur Smith is gone though.
I know, but I'm saying they have amazing hands.
He's gonna be a stud. You talk about Gordon.
And
I think his name is Gordon.
He did the steel thing. He's a good tight end. He plays in the backfield. So I think we're good at the tight end position.
You know how we talk about fullbacks? I think you put him back in the fullback position. I think he would be amazing.
He has played H-back. They have stuck him back there.
I think he'd be amazing.
He's a versatile guy.
Absolutely.
Now, you can't really run reverses with prior moves, and of course, Washington. But
no.
You can run those. You can run those with what's his face? Run that with Hayward. So we're good there. I think the running back room is good.
You think?
I think they.
You think?
Yeah.
You think running back?
Johnson there, right? So I think you give him more touches.
I'll.
Still, now this is the thing. You got to give him more touches because with that position, there's going to be a time where his number is going to be
Absolutely
injured,
and he has to be ready.
Injury, so he has to be ready.
And I think with him and Gainwell, I think it'll be a 1-2 punch.
Yeah, I like Jaylen Warren. Jaylen Warren.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. One of those guys. Look,
he isn't the best. So offensively, we needed a wide receiver too.
Look, I'm glad you said that because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, man, who can y'all get? And then something came up. Might be on a trading block. Absolutely. Look, I like. Jalen Waller.
Waddle. Yeah, Waddle.
I think Waddle was actually a free agent, if I'm not mistaken. I think. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we need, a WR2. He wasn't happy in Frisco, and he just wanted to get money from him.
That's the thing. But again, when you do that, you're becoming a cancer.
Well, I don't think I think it's the same he could get out of San Francisco. Quite honestly, I think he could be defense. We really need a good middle linebacker. I like Patrick Queen, but Patrick Queen is not as physical as he should be.
Do you think it's getting up there with age, or do you think it's just him playing?
No, I think it's just the way he plays. I mean, with his speed, but he can't shed blocks, right? I mean, can move him kind of stuff, but
So
as far as holding his ground,
so
you throw him off of you.
absolutely.
And then you feel that, yeah. Middle linebacker.
Okay.
I love the safety. I think we get another cornerback opposite of Porter.
I think Porter is really good. I look, he's a stud.
Porter was he was. I think he was like number one. Is our defensive coordinator. Smith, his career path, and he fails as a head coach. He was somewhat successful, as a coordinator before he went to head coach. But, if you don't have the right personnel, and he brought people in from Atlanta that would fit into his team, but that didn't work out. So, I think we have good depth at wide receiver. I think Calvin Austin is a premier third, right?
Right.
/ return guy. Special teams, I'm happy with our field goal kick. And our punter. Awesome.
Yeah, I think your field goal kicker is better than Minnesota's.
And as far as our needs, that's what I think we need most. But we'll see what they do with this coaching staff. And we'll see how everything goes during the season. But I think most of all, with everything that's going on, I think they should give Will Howard a shot.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
let him run the defense. The offense. Let him run the offense. I think he should let Rudolph go. Waste. I mean, why do you bring him back and he could now get it? You may bring him back because he knows the system. Granted, but when he was there, what did he do?
He was terrible. He was terrible.
He didn't do anything. And I read these posts and all these people that are for Rudolph, and I'm like, podcast show because all they're talking about is Rudolph. And I'm like, really? Really? So I had to chime in. Said, this guy couldn't even beat out Will Levis in Tennessee. You bring him in to back up and
No way.
Come on, man. So yeah, they sing the prayers of Mason Rudolph to the Steelers to playoffs. Yeah, and they got spanked by
I remember that. I remember that.
you know, because what you call it got hurt.
Yeah.
Pickett was hurt.
And he hasn't done squat.
I don't think anybody's really giving him anything.
Las Vegas backing up.
He went to Cleveland. Terrible quarterbacks. In Las Vegas.
Uh,
Opportunities, right? But like you said, basically graveyard for career.
oh, absolutely. We see that 24/7.
I mean, so where do you?
Wrong.
Yeah, and they dealt away a lot of their good players.
And we should have knew before.
So now they are basically a receiver, but
I think he would be better for you guys than Rudolph.
right?
At all.
He hasn't. I mean, when we played my enemy, threw him off of him like he was a random.
But
You know,
Metcalf is he's a different breed. Metcalf is he's a big receiver. Yes, absolutely.
but Minka Fitzpatrick was now Minka Fitzpatrick, you know, and he did miss a lot of tackles. since the seasons are getting longer, do you think?
I thought about that, and the reason why I thought about that was I was thinking, maybe bring in two instead of one.
Yeah.
Because look, you have a big market here in Louisville. The Bears might be moving. So yeah, I mean, you got Florida, you got California still, even though with the Rams, the 49ers, you have these big market teams. You might as well do it. Pull the plug.
So you add two teams.
I would add two.
Conference.
I would.
The problem is where would you place them in the division?
In the division, I would, right? Because you brought him to Chicago. If you brought him or maybe refix
NFC South.
Yeah, that's what I was say, or even just fix it, right? Flip it. Because some of these teams, and I'm gonna look here, because there's not a lot of teams in the divisions, right? Four for each division. And when I say break it down, why not do? Because I know back in the day, you remember they had a Great Lakes when it was like Minnesota, Chicago, Green Bay. I can't remember the other team. I think Colts or something like that, maybe. But remember they had the Great Lakes, right? Why not do something like that? So you bring in the Great Lake, because Colts is right there by the right there. You might as well say in a bubble of Lake Michigan, even though enough, right? So I would say Indiana, you would have Minnesota, Green Bay, Detroit, Chicago Bears, right? And then you do something like that. That's me, but you keep it like an NFC.
Okay. And there were teams that were moved from different conferences.
Absolutely.
Like Seattle was in the AFC.
Yes, they was.
So, I mean, for me, because I think I wouldn't say that the division one do whatever that have been right. So, I mean, if you bring in expansion teams, I would think you have to bring a team in for every division.
Oh, okay. So you're thinking of bringing in what, 8 more teams?
Teams of the East, both AFC and NFC, and so on and so on. So now that of course the salary cap would have to be bigger now,
right?
Because of that addition, right? And a lot of things will change. Now my approach with that is I don't think we really need expansion teams. What I think we need they need to spend more money on officiating. Because a lot of these games ride on the eyes of officials.
Oh,
virtual measurement, right? Bring the right nose.
It's a hard solution because you don't know how.
That's whatever they select. It's not the actual. Like when they brought the chains out, you could actually see the disc line, right?
Oh, absolutely.
The virtual thing is no good. I think the officials aren't 100%. And they've costed teams a lot of games.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I can't think. He was a middle linebacker, and he was dirty.
Starts with a B, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. But like guys like that, if he made and eventually that's what it came to with him because it was obvious the things he was doing. He wanted to get a yeah, that's right. Right?
Oh, absolutely. I think you allow them to do as much.
Talk should be allowed hitting like you said in somebody's face.
Or even second quarterback, you let them know, like, hey, I sacked you. Get your line together.
Yeah, point out. Or you're soft. You don't need to be.
Oh man.
So there should be different levels of taunting penalties.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So
I have to agree with you.
Yeah.
Make sure it's the right call. You know what I mean? You don't want to mess up anything because we see a lot of mess ups this year.
We're seeing bad calls. Quarterback sliding, right?
Yeah.
And which is on the quarterback, but a lot of times when they slide, they make that line before their bottoms or their shins hit the ground.
Hit the ground. Absolutely.
Right? So ball placement was terrible.
Really terrible.
And also, what I think a lot of teams have gotten away with was a delay game.
Oh my! Because it's counting down to one, and it's like, oh wait, no delay game, letting them take 2 extra seconds.
Yeah, you see 0, and maybe a second and a half goes by before they snap the ball, and nothing. It's terrible. So I think not depend on the
Absolutely.
So I mean, the list can go on and on, but that was my question to you. Expansion team.
Absolutely.
Brings more money to the NFL.
It does. It does. It does bring more money to the NFL, and that's something that we know. You get more money for cap. Look, I love things. I love it. So absolutely, we'll definitely have to talk about this next year. That being said, our picks, and then we're almost 2 hours, almost an hour over. We're almost at picks. I know I told you I was gonna go with Seattle, right? I had decided to flip and go with New England.
You're going to go with the $1 million donation from Robert Kraft, New England Patriots.
I am, and here's why. What he does is his thing is his thing, but I have to go with the players, right? I can't take it out on the players because the players, even though they play for him, they don't have no control of what he does with his money, right? So I have to go with the Patriots. Patriots, to me, on paper, they're good, they're great, but they're also playing against another great team. But I think New England has what it takes to win.
England, because you think they have talent, better coaching.
I think their defense, the defense is a little bit better, and I think the quarterback is a little bit better. Not much better, but a tad better. Where you might give Sam Darnold a 9 out of 10. I'm gonna go and give Drake May a 10 out of 10. I might give the defense a 10 out of 10 instead of 9 out of 10, right? And like I said, Diggs is hungry. This is Diggs' first time being in the Super Bowl. Diggs is gonna eat as much as he can to get a ring.
I don't know. This is his first Super Bowl. He might have some drops, being, kind of nervous. He's never been to that level.
That's true, but I don't see him dropping passes. I just don't see him dropping passes. I don't. Look, right. He wants to help out Drake May because Drake May is an awesome quarterback. He's a caliber quarterback that gets you multiple Super Bowl rings. So I think Diggs is such a tone, and Diggs saying, "Hey, start with me. I want to win with you."
He may not be playing next year because
he
got to go to court.
Well, that's what I was going to say was this might be his last year. He might retire.
The court.
I like all of it. Defense, quarterback, and I like the coach. Play calling is phenomenal. I'm not taking nothing away from Seattle. Seattle's phenomenal, but I just don't. The only player that had it's going to be it's going to be a dogfight. Do what?
Vrabel has been
as a player.
Not a player.
As a player.
Not a player, but he can calm down the team.
Yeah.
Help them deal with being in that spotlight on that stage.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm going with Seattle.
Okay, still going with Seattle. Okay, hey, not knocking. It's going to be a drag fight. It's not going to be an easy win for no means. It's going to be one of those ones who's going to, again, who has control the ball, right? Who can control the ball more and who has the last touch of the ball. It is a game to come down to maybe 3 points.
3 points, huh?
3 points. And I haven't seen a lot of.
You know what? It's possible. Anything is possible. But Super Bowl.
I did.
So I'm going with Seattle because I think. Right, so he's got to come to play, and he's got to prove. Right?
Oh, absolutely.
He had a rough start to his career, and this is a rebirth of this team, and they depend on him, like San Francisco. But that's where he learned a lot.
Oh yeah, hands down.
when he went to Minnesota, he got Minnesota to play.
Right, he did.
1 year.
He did in 1 year. In 1 year, and he didn't have a great line. Like he has a.
So do you think? And I'm pretty sure you've already said this. The defense this game.
Oh, absolutely, defense. Defense controls the game both times. And hear me out. Seattle's defense is phenomenal. New England's defense is phenomenal. If you don't want to see, if you're not familiar with a boxing match, right? This is gonna be a boxing match. It's gonna be I'm gonna punch you in the face. I'm gonna get right back and punch you in the face.
Are you saying low scoring Super Bowl or
it's
high scoring?
I'm gonna say low scoring. It's not gonna go past. It's not gonna go past 28 points. And when I say 28 points, I mean a team can score 28. Is that a team ain't gonna score anything above 28 points?
So most of these teams are capable of scoring beyond 28 points.
Oh, they are, but look,
throughout the regular are capable of putting up 28 plus points.
Right, and both these teams we haven't seen them do that in the play. And hear me out. Tom, there's something going on, but it's gonna go over. It should go over time.
I'm gonna put you on the spot right now, and I need you to get your internet each up. They in each division. Were they 1, 2, 3?
Without me looking, speak, because I don't know whose defense was better than theirs in the NFC besides the Rams. But the Rams ain't in the Super Bowl, so I have to say that their defense should have been number one. And now with me saying that, Holder, you remember what I said? I'm gonna go back and look now.
This is the Rams defense. So these are two, other than like you said, Houston, third and fourth.
And I'm about to blow your mind because I'm looking at it right now. Houston was number one in the NFL together, total, right?
Absolutely, yes. Hands down.
Denver was number two. Number three is a mind blow because it's Minnesota, and Minnesota did not make the playoffs.
No, but when you talk about
and I'm looking, and hear me out when I tell you this, because believe it or not, Seattle was in the top. It goes Minnesota, Cleveland, the Chargers, Seattle, Buffalo, New England. So Seattle's above New England. So Seattle will be number one compared to New England's defense. So it'll be a 1-2 defense, right?
Absolutely.
So I'm looking at it, man. It's not a it's there's a little bit comparison, but it's not like 17 games. They allowed 4,855 yards, where New England allowed 5,000 yards, right? Again, not a big comparison, but it does count, right? It says something. Seattle yards per game, they allowed 285, where New England allowed 295. So 10-yard difference. Again, not much, but it is saying something, right? Rushing, Seattle was 1,563, right? New England gave up a lot of rushing yards at 1,729 with 101 yard per game, where Seattle did not 91. Now when you go to points, because points that matters too, right? When you go to points, Seattle only allowed 292, 120 points a game, or that's how much they allowed, with 18.8 points a game. Again, not a big difference, but it is a comparison where you're like, man, defense is way better than New England when you look at the stats. But I'm still going with New England.
Well, you're still talking about that defensive stat. Which team has the most sacks?
Most sacks?
Because we're talking about two premier quarterbacks.
It doesn't. I wish I could give me the stats for that. Let me see.
They didn't give you defensive stats.
Yeah. It gives me the passing, rushing, receiving, but it don't give me the sacks.
Because
but now it gives me turnovers though, and the turnovers, neither one of those gave up a lot of turnovers. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. It's all going to come down.
Takeaways. New England 8 interceptions, where Seattle gave up 15 interceptions. They threw 15 interceptions. They threw 15 interceptions, where New England only threw 8. That's a big difference.
Yeah, that is a big difference.
Big difference.
I'm looking at quarterback pressures, because these are two quarterbacks.
Now,
I know for
when you look at offense, they outman 1,030 yards. That's the difference, but it means something, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, points. When you look at points, New England did 490 points, 20, and I told you 28 points, right? They wouldn't get over 28 points. New England. When you go down to Seattle, ready for this one? They did 40 points they averaged a game. You ready for this? 28 points.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So this is evenly matched.
Oh, absolutely, it's evenly matched. I mean, you have, and both of them is 13-4, right? 13-4. This isn't a David Goliath matchup like it was the Giants when they was playing against New England when New England was undefeated. This isn't that kind of matchup. This is on paper, this is an even matchup.
So isn't Seattle the over on this one? Their favorite?
I think so. I think they are favorite. I think you're absolutely right. I'm going to look that up real quick because I don't want to be wrong. But I think and hear me out. I don't understand this, because New England is home. Yeah, Seattle's the favorite. I mean, Seattle's the favorite. So New England's playing an underdog. As a home team, by the way, but playing underdog.
Well, yeah. I
mean, right now on the
home team because of what? Points, or because they have the same record?
They had the same record. I'm assuming because of maybe the strength of the schedule. I don't know. I don't know how.
Points.
Maybe points. Could be.
Points.
Could be. Well, yeah, because Seattle was 8-1 away, and New England was 6-3 home. I don't understand.
They didn't play each other though. New England beat Seattle in the regular season. Maybe that's why they're the home team.
But I don't think they played.
Or it could be points.
I'm gonna have to say points. Now, you know what? You're ready for this? If anybody's hearing this, go put all your money on New England. New England's under. I mean, go ahead and put about $100 down. Put $100 down. You're gonna come out pretty well. You ain't gonna lose nothing. You're gonna win something.
If you put 200 down, you get 549.
You're not gonna lose nothing. You're actually gonna gain something. So go ahead and put the money down. Go ahead. DraftKings is always good to do it with.
Morgan, we never talk about gambling, Morgan.
I know, but this is the time where if you want to become a millionaire, or just you don't gamble, but just gamble.
Okay. See about it, but we have some time to do it before Wednesday, and hopefully you'll have some.
I'm gonna have something. I'm gonna have. Can we make that happen?
No, he's on the second shift now, so he'll be at work when we're broadcasting. I was when they.
Easy argument to win, and he's a target.
You look for the soft target.
Well, I'm not saying I'm a bully, but I could be a bully.
You look for the soft.
Well, too much, but he knows he knows the basics. He knows the basics, and he's not a.
Well,
and he's on a bandwagon.
On this show, what are you talking about?
Alexander's a bandwagon. No, he's not. He's a bandwagon.
So you're saying since the Chiefs went down, he is no longer.
Absolutely not. He is too big. We don't do college football. We do NFL.
But he knows football.
But he does know football.
Does he know football? Does he know more football?
Because this is a live show. But I am going to do this to my brother. You know, Alexander, who's 11, beat my 28-year brother in college football in Madden, by the way, by a lot of points.
So come on, that's a video of him.
But or runs the ball without even looking.
So you're saying
and split. He can't tell me if it's a blitz coming. He does, and it irritates me because I used to beat him really badly. Now he beats me.
Oh my goodness!
And it's not because I
Aren't you the shortest person in the house?
You know what, Holder? My daughter's is not taller than me.
Oh my goodness!
With that being said,
I won't reveal what you recall that day that you received a half-eaten burger.
And you know,
pronounce your name wrong.
Man, my name is Sean. He called me C. Man, if you can't read my name, it is spelled like Sean. The Irish way, that is.
Oh my goodness.
Man, I can't wait till we go with that being said, hold D down with Morgan Holder. Let us know your thoughts on Super Bowl. Who do you think is going to win the score next year? Because we got some things planned, but we want to know what fans want to know. And like I said, can't wait to next week for the recap. That being said, don't let fourth down get you.
And I'm going to teams in the Super Bowl. I'm going to reach out. Opinion. Morgan is different. And that being said, guys, this is the end of season 1. And
season 1?
Yes, season 2 starts in September. So we have 2 seasons.
Oh my!
And 1 year.
I forgot. Never mind. My bad.
You know, you spoke. Hey, folks, thanks for tuning in. And I want to say, stay penalty free, and we are gone.